So no breakfast burritos this time, but we got some other stuff. All right, welcome to the Please Subscribe show. It's Tuesday, September 9th, 2025. It is about 88 degrees Fahrenheit. My car says 90 degrees Fahrenheit. That's because it's hotter inside the car. Trip on accumulated is 103, so we did a little less than that because we used some of the car today, so resetting that now. And that's Critter. He's from the critter species. It says so on the back right here. It says mirror critters, from the mirror critter species. Live, laugh, and smell good. That's his motto. He likes to watch me drive. Right, Critter? Let's put him around this way so he stays there. There we go. All right, this is a section where you get to watch me pick up stuff at restaurants, as in food, and drop it off at your doorstep. Here we go. There is the butterfly. All right, got one at Faux District. 5:16 arrival. 4 minutes, 0.7 miles. We're on our way. Faux District's is a little further than I thought because we had to go over the train. Which is what we're doing now. What you do is you go to where Commercial is. It's Commercial Street. We just went over the train tracks. It's over by Tom Thumb. And you hit Commercial all the way down this way. Next road is Kansas. So you'll turn right on Kansas, then run into Dakota, then turn left. This is Kansas Street.
Hard break detected.
And you go to Author, which is right here. And that should run into Dakota. Then you turn right on Dakota, which is right here. Straight through this way, then you turn left on Harold, or you can turn left on the other street. It's just as quick to turn left on Harold, and that'll lead to West 7th. Turn right on West 7th, and Faux Empire.
Hard break detected.
Faux Empire is right there on the corner of, I believe, West 7th. And Museum Way. It's kind of by Museum Way. All right, this is West 7th. Turning on West 7th. And Faux District, also known as Pho District, is right that way. Right next to Chewy's. This is a Mexican restaurant. Yep, it's Museum Way. Actually, it's Staten on this side and Museum Way on this side. Zalat's Pho district, known as Pho district. Pho district, or a Pho district. They have happy hours 3 to 7. Well, I did verify it with the host there. It's actually Pho district. Everyone says Pho. It's actually Pho. Vietnamese. Pho district. You say Pho, you're Pho. Alright, got a little $3 one at the grocery warehouse. We're on our way. 5:56 arrival, 4 minutes, 1.9 miles. Right, this one will arrive. It's a grocery warehouse one for $3 and change. It'll arrive at 6:25 arrival, 21 minutes, 8.4 miles. All right, got one at Flower Child. 7:02 arrival, 3 minutes, 0.3 miles. Hydrate your soul. Do good. Do good. Pinky up. All right, this Flower Child is on its way. 7:12 arrival, 5 minutes, 2.2 miles for the delivery. All right, got one at Panera Bread, 7:28 arrival, 1 minute, 0.2 miles. All right, this Panera Bread's on its way. Arrival time is 7:36, 3 minutes, 1.3 miles for the delivery. Presbyterian church. All right, there's 2 Sweet Gardens. First one, 7:59 arrival, 5 minutes, 2 miles. All right, the second Sweet Green's on its way. 8:09 arrival, 2 minutes, 0.8 miles for the delivery. All right, got one at the McDonald's right off Berry by TCU. On our way. 8:21 arrival, 2 minutes, 0.3 miles. All right, this McDonald's is going to Benbrook. 8:40 arrival, 10 minutes, 4 miles for the delivery. some reason it reminds me of something you see in the original Star Wars. Just the way that this is shaped here in the building. I don't know. I'm not 100%, but I believe they know about the Book of the Mormon. Those would be two Mormons. They visited me when I was in Maine. I was working on a book, an attempted a book to write about my experience in Maine. And they came to my cabin way out in Parkman, Maine. Pretty sure that's who that is. Latter-day Saints, but they usually have bicycles. They had a car though. I mean, they actually had a truck, SUV truck, and they pulled in my driveway, knocked on my door. They were from the Latter-day Saints. They're Mormons. And I was reading the Book of Samuel at the time. Invited them in, and we talked about the Bible. And they left. The University of Life. All right, got one at McDonald's. Arrival time is 9:08. 4 minutes, 0.7 miles. On our way for the pickup. All right, here we go with the McDonald's drop-off. 9:22 arrival, 8 minutes, 2.8 miles. 2 days ago, they had a solar eclipse in India, and they called it the blood moon. This is 2 days afterwards. Around this time, it was 9:56 when it eclipsed, around our time. There's Broadway Baptist Church. Alright, there's Tulips. They do live music there. And the Hardings. Never heard of them. There's always new bands coming through there. Oh, I didn't get the outside of it. I should have done that. Yeah, it's called Tulips. It's right down the street from Broadway Baptist Church. Tulips. The vocalist sounds pretty good. So does the guitar player. And the drummer sounds pretty good too. We got a pretty good band. Tanya and the Hardings. Is what it sounds like that guy said. I didn't have a lot of time to get information on it. These are kind of like pass-by vlogs. There's a mural. Fort Worth, Texas. Velvet Taco, open really late. I think to 3:30 on Fridays and Saturdays. It looks like we got one at Zalat. Time of arrival is 10:19. 4 minutes, 0.6 miles. That's Con Gwyn. So, in 1975, he escaped Saigon with his family and came here. Supposedly, he was shot at. Anyway, he escaped they say the communist, and got here and started Zalat Pizza. It's a great tale of overcoming basically impossible situation and making the best of it. Good pizza too. Zalat is everything: pizza, pepperoni, salami, sausage, black olives, mushrooms, red bell peppers, red onions, chives, garnish. We got a chicken and waffles pizza. And we've got Ben & Jerry's ice cream. We've got the munchies. 9, 12, 14, and 18. They do a special thing where every time you deliver, you get a hole punch on a card they give you. I think if you do 15 deliveries, you get a pizza or something like that. Unfortunately, they're out of cards tonight, so I'm getting it next time. But we got the pizza, so it's coming to your doorstep. All right, the Zalat pizza is on its way. 10:45 arrival, 11 minutes, 3.2 miles for the delivery. It's cool, some nights they actually blink. Stage west is that way. That'd be the entry. Alright, we gotta go Crawford. And we're gonna have to hurry on this one. So it's actually building 2, which is not the leasing office building. Here's what this is. So they have the same codes. Got it. Turn left and got the second building. There it is, turn left. Once you get to the top, basically, you got it all figured out. Not really. The code works for both buildings, that's the problem. So that's the leasing center building, and that's building number 2. It's kind of hard to see because that's not like, there's a lot of trees and stuff right there, so it kind of makes you think it's the same building. It's actually 2 different buildings. So they can be tricky. Oh, there goes a cat. It can be tricky. So usually this one you go in from the gate, you know, the drive parking lot gate entrance. But sometimes they have you go through this sideways, and usually it's always missing one of the 2 of the building. All right, so this is an interesting mural. It's Doggy Digs, Fort Worth. Find out who you are and do it, or are on purpose. Yeah, that's Dolly Parton saying, I think. Doesn't look like her, but that's cool looking trees. They were playing opera over here at this particular 7-Eleven, and they still are, I think. Yeah, I don't know why. Haven't figured it out. For some odd reason, they are. I don't know why. I couldn't open all soda. I gotta get Linda's drink. I'm probably gonna pick up some heat peanuts. Got a little protein on these. It's like 4 or 5 different 7-Elevens that do this. It's like opera music. I think they're taking a lull right now. There's the speaker right here. There it goes. It's usually like opera, stuff you'd hear like Godfather. It's kind of creepy. Something creepy about it. That's probably copyrighted. Now it's time for a heat peanut planters break. I was gonna get their Dollar Table beef stick, but these have more calories and I haven't eaten a lot today. And there's some of the heat peanuts. Heat peanuts. A good snack. Good snack when you're on the go. Alright, this is the alleyway to Velvet Taco. And we are going to see Ginny. Is it Jimmy? Jimmy Joe Jenkins, 31717. It's a mural. Jimmy Joe Jenkins. That's his mural right there. Did it in 2017. Don't know who he is, but I'm sure he's done some other murals too. Now, Velvet Taco may have asked him to do this mural, but I'm not for sure. It looks like it was done with spray paint. Right here. That always looks like John Cusack holding a taco. And then that looks like maybe him trying to be and say anything. Anyway. Hey, John Cusack holding a taco. All right, this Velvet Taco's on its way. 11:46 arrival, 9 minutes, 6.4 miles. Look like a person for a second. We got one at Zalat Pizza. 12:07 arrival, 3 minutes, 0.6 for the arrival to pick up the delivery. this Zalat pizza delivery is on its way. 12:38 arrival, 19 minutes, 11 miles for the delivery. I don't remember how much. I was thinking it was $7, so not quite a dollar a mile on this one. Going anyway for the delivery. Yeah, here in Panther City, we know how to do our deliveries. As close to on time as God will allow it. And we like our jazz every once in a while. Deep South. Jazz!
Clear with a low 66. Wednesday, mostly sunny and warm. High of 91. Thursday, sunny and hot. High of 93. And Friday, mostly sunny and hot with a high of 95. 72 degrees currently.
This is Danger Jones, here to invite you into the Danger Zone on KNON's streaming station, KNON Now. Every Wednesday at 4 p.m., I'll be playing for you the best in punk, post-punk, glitter, and glam. When it's time for danger, it's time to tune into the Danger Zone with yours truly, Danger Jones. Every Wednesday at 4 p.m., streaming at knonnow.org or on the KNON app.
Classic music from Dakota State, and this is all from Dynamic. And this is from 1958, and this is Too Close for Comfort.
Be wise, be smart, behave, my heart. Don't upset your cup. Be soft, be sweet, but be discreet. Don't go off your beat. He's too close for comfort. Too close for comfort, please. Not again. Too close to know just when to say when. Be firm, be fair, be sure, beware on your.
All right, got one at the Meacham McDonald's. Pretty good one. 12:53, 2 minutes, 1.3 miles. That'll be the last one for tonight. All right, this McDonald's is on its way. 1:19 arrival, 16 minutes, 8.7 miles. We'll be going into Saginaw, if you're familiar with Saginaw. I figured it'd be a halt and drop, but I didn't think about Saginaw. Come to Saginaw, get yourself some furniture. Couch, chair, good old recliner to watch your TV.
We're the dismemberment plan, and you're listening to KTCU Fort Worth.
family of deer right there.